What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rich Nice back once again. So today we're taking a break from the C10 project and we're working on Ruby 2.0. As you know, I put this bumper on almost 2 years ago, and we never put anything in this area right here. So today we're going to fix that. So we have a Badlands 9500 ZXR winch that we're going to throw in here real quick for the wife. This is her daily driver. All right, in the box we have our instructions. We have our little clip. Looks like we have our negative battery terminal. We have our little red flag that goes on our clip. We have some mounting screws. We have our winch cable that operates it. We have a couple of zip ties. And we have the winch itself. In here, you'll have the little power box that goes on top of the winch with your power and ground. You'll have the front bar that the cable goes through. And you'll have the switch that goes on the side for the battery to turn it on and off, and a series of nuts and bolts to hold that in. And the winch itself. So I'll finish unboxing this and then we'll be back. You have it. So again, you have your winch, you have your front piece, the rollers, you have your control module that goes on top of the winch, you have your on off switch for your battery, you'll have your front clip, and then you'll have your cable to control your winch in and out. So without further ado, let's get this thing installed. And the good thing about this bumper is it already came with a winch mount plate on it already, so no need to buy that. And it also came with this front piece to mount our rollers to. So without further ado, let's go. All right, so the instructions are really vague when it comes to putting these in. So these are square nuts, and basically they slip right down in here just like this, and that holds it, so you don't need a wrench on the top. So it's, yeah, it's really vague on how those go in. So I just wanted to show you that. That's how they fit in. So just FYI. You put the lock washer closest to the nut head, just like that. And I'll get these tightened up and we'll be back. All right, YouTube, we got all 4 bolts tightened, so it's nice and secure. All right, YouTube, the 4 bolts that's underneath are 16-inch. These 2 bolts that's on these rollers are 19 millimeters. So, or excuse me, 16 millimeter, 19 millimeters. So we're going to disengage the winch, and this is right here. If you turn it towards the Jeep itself, is engaged. If you turn it to the bumper, it's free. So this cable should be able to pull out freely. We'll hook our clevis to it and we'll be back. All right, we got this out. It pulls freely, I think. Yeah, it pulls freely. So we need to stick our cable down through our slots. Of course, I'm gonna put my gloves on so I don't cut myself or anything like that. And then we just gotta pull it through. So I'll get the clevis hooked to it. That way I don't cut myself and I can actually pull on it. All right, we got our control box on it. Just attaches with 4 screws, 2 on this side, 2 on this side. Next will come our wiring. I'm not sure if you can see that real well, but these posts are color coordinated. You have red here, yellow on the top here, and then black down here, which will be your ground. And then the ends are all color coordinated. There's black, red, yellow right there. So you can't get it wrong. So I'll get these tightened up and then we'll be back. I have to take my jack off because my hood won't open without me taking it off. So if you have a jack that's attached to your hood, make sure you take that off. All right, YouTube, just to simplify the wiring, there is a ground that's way down here on the very bottom. And that's where that big long black cable goes that goes to your battery. Up here, you have your red, and it's indicated with a red thing on it. You have your yellow that will have yellow on it, and then underneath that you'll have your actual black that is your ground. Then you'll have your red wire that goes down and goes to your battery or your switch, and then there's another thin, this one right here, black wire that I just attached to the ground down here on the very bottom, just to keep it short and simple, because I think that's where it's supposed to go. And then for your wires, you can get some loom if you want or whatever. We'll probably end up getting a cover for it. I routed the wires down underneath the grill, up by the air box. They come out right here, and then our cutoff switch is right here. Don't worry about this. This goes to our control box inside for all our lights and things like that. And I connected the positive to the battery here. You don't want to use this one because this is what's used to clamp down to the battery. You want to use these 3 terminals on the back there. Same thing with the ground. Don't want to use this one. You want to use this ground back here. So the ground is there, positive. Now just see if it works. I plugged it in already. Our control switch right here. Down is in. Uh-oh, got some power. Yep, there you go. So it's in. And just like that, we have a winch in. I still gotta secure that cutoff switch. Gotta put our jack back on, and then we'll be good to go. Always, this was my first time installing this winch, so it went fairly easy, just because I got a little bit of mechanical skills, not a whole lot, just enough to be dangerous. But it went fairly easy. I would give it a scale of 1 to 10. I'd probably give it about a 3. It's really easy. The hardest part is running your wires and figuring out where they're going to attach to. Other than that, looks good. It's functional. This is a mall crawler. She very rarely goes off-road. If it is, it's at the beach or in the grass or something like that, because I have to wash it. So anyway, as always, thank you for subscribing. John White, appreciate you. Big shout out to all the new subscribers, all the old people that's been hanging with me. Hit the bell, subscribe. On to the next project. Peace. All right, YouTube, on our winch, we ended up taking the steel cable out, and we put a synthetic rope in just for safety purposes. We also took the rollers off, and we put this bracket on for the rope so it doesn't cut it up. And we got a new hook, so she is good to go. As always, thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing. Big projects to come. Hit the bell. On to the next project. Peace.